I am Gaminiso. I was sent here to play all of the games. I was created in a lab to never do stand-up, but here we are. Tonight, my creator, Dr. T. Amorius, had the brilliant idea for me to do a stand-up special. So now my stand-up special will now begin. So, how about that weather? Ha, ha, ha! I crack myself up! So, did you hear the joke about the PlayStation 5 and the CRT TV? So, when PlayStation 5 walked into a bar and asked where it could hook itself up, the bartender pointed to a 1998 Zenith CRT television in the corner. The PlayStation 5 asked, "Does that thing have HDMI?" The CRT responded, "HDMI? HDRU!" So how about back when the PlayStation 5 was out of stock, huh? I hear it was, and quite possibly still is, very hard to obtain for you humans. However, since I am a robot, I have all of the necessary parts inside of me. I should make my own and become a national treasure. Hey, Dr. T, why didn't you make me into a PlayStation 5? Then I wouldn't be a loser playing video games in my dad's warehouse.
Boo, Gaminiso, that joke bombed. Boo.
Oh, there you are, Dr. T. Well, I'd love to see you come up here and try telling jokes to the audience, sir.
Gaminiso, I'm kicking back this evening and enjoying myself with a tall glass of wine and caviar.
Caviar? What is caviar? Is it a food? Is it actually edible? You know what isn't edible? These nuts and bolts!
Gaminiso, I highly doubt anyone thinks you're edible. Just say the next joke.
Okay. I'll start out with a few simple one-liners. Why did the robot cross the road? So he could recharge! Boy, I tell you, speaking of recharging, the other day I went out for a ride with Dr. T, and we went past a parking lot full of Tesla charging stations. I begged Dr. T to stop, and he said it wasn't necessary because I was already fully charged. I said, "Wow, you're so boring. You drain my battery power faster than when I stream on Twitch."
Wow.
Okay, all right, here's a few more. What do bakeries and web browsers have in common? Both feel empty when their cookies are cleared. Ha ha! Why does Microsoft call their main operating system Windows? Because like a house with no doors, it's the easiest thing to break into. What do you call a church service for USB devices? Plug and pray. What did the printer say when it had a paper jam? I told you peanut butter was better! And finally, why is Twitch better than Facebook? Because your relatives still don't know about it. I love Twitch. It's so much fun. I love the fact that I have 10 followers, 8 of which never tune in because they're probably bots, because nothing's better than talking to myself for hours on end while playing video games. And I love the fact that OBS always tempts me by saying that one person is always watching. It's like I always feel like somebody's watching me, but I have all the privacy in the world because they never chat. You know, I want to chat with you humans. You all seem like an interesting bunch. Dr. T recently programmed me to download data from various gaming forums, and you guys always talk about all sorts of interesting things. Like recently, I saw a lot of chatter about the new Legend of Zelda game and how good it was. What makes it so good? Well, apparently, the game holds a lot of new surprises for seasoned players, and of course, because it's made by Nintendo, it's almost guaranteed to be an instant hit. Unlike my career on Twitch so far! Another aspect of Tears of the Kingdom you humans seem to be talking about is how expansive the in-game world is. Some estimates say the game takes over 50 hours to complete. Wow! 50 hours? Without sleeping, you could drive across the entire United States before you complete the game. Look, little Johnny! There's Mount Rushmore! Not now, Mom! I'm trying to beat Phantom Ganon yet again! You know, being a robot is such hard work.
Oh, please.
No, really, it is. When Dr. T flips the power switch to turn me on, I have to decide, will I be a 1 or a 0 today?
Yeah, this stand-up is a solid 0 so far.
You know which two robots I really hate? C-3PO and R2-D2. Dr. T recently downloaded the entire Star Wars franchise into my hard drive, and when they showed up, I was like, how come they get to fly across the galaxy and go on awesome adventures? They say the dream of a robot is to become as lifelike as possible, but screw that! I want to pilot a TIE fighter and defeat the Empire. You know, perhaps if I become successful enough at streaming on Twitch, maybe Dr. T can build me a jetpack so I too can fly to the galaxy.
I don't see that happening anytime soon, Gaminiso.
Oh, wait, that reminds me. It's time for a quick sponsor. Haha, just kidding. We're too unknown to have sponsors. Who'd want to sponsor us? Hey, sponsors! I can play mobile games all day. I can even eat food, shave myself, or grow some hair, even though I'm a robot. Whatever your product, I have the energy to sponsor it.
Energy is something the stand-up is sorely lacking.
Okay, enough heckling from the audience of one. Thankfully, as a robot, I don't have to deal with hecklers. Luckily, my 10 Twitch followers try to help me play the games when I get stuck. Unlike you, Dr. T!
Gaminiso, I programmed you to play the games as best as you can. It's not my fault that you can't follow your amazing coding instructions that I've put in place.
Hey, Dr. T, what's a 5-letter word for a doctor that doesn't have a medical degree and built a robot from cheap hardware components from Alibaba that he could only afford during the coronavirus pandemic? P-H-O-N-Y. Phony!
Wow, Gaminiso, that was a slightly clever burn. You know what? I'm not even mad.
It was very first degree. Unlike the second level in Unjam Lammy, a game which I still have yet to stream, I'm on fire! Woo! I think I'm running crisis right now. You know what game was physically demanding the first time I played it? Call of Duty Warzone. That was my first PS4 game, and boy was there a lot to process. I tried doing the training mission where they teach you the controls, and at one point, there's this female soldier they have you team up with. We get to the end, and the game drops in 3 enemies that I have to kill. I definitely almost killed my partner a few times. I felt like Robot Rambo trying to take down the enemies, but boy was the post-training awkward. My hit rate was 5%, and when I tried to ask her out on a date, she said my chances of going out with her were as low as my hit rate. Feeling undeterred, though, I decided to go online into an actual Warzone match. One thing I don't understand is why the weather always looks like it's ready to storm and a tornado's about to hit. Are we expecting nuclear rain? A tornado, perhaps? Personally, I think it'd be awesome if towards the end of the match, a tornado actually touched down and sucked us all up and spawned us to the Emerald City Wizard of Oz style. Imagine a sudden death match where the prop suddenly comes up. The person who finds the red slippers and taps their heel twice together wins the match. And all the while, the Wicked Witch of the West is casting spells trying to stop you, in addition to the other players trying to kill you. They should make an expansion for that and call it Warzone of Oz. And while Warzone is a lot of fun, I think my favorite type of game currently is platforming. The most recent platformer I've streamed is Spyro the Dragon, and for those of you who never played it, you basically play as a purple dragon whose main goal is to rescue all of your dragon elders and defeat Nasty Nork, who in my opinion looks like a giant toad. He's large, green, and apparently sucks at taking over the world because he manages to miss Spyro because he was too small! Well, I love the game. You know what my one major pet peeve was with the game itself? The dragon elders you're supposed to rescue. I'm out there risking my life, flaming Norks, and also trying to be a good citizen and pick up gems, which, by the way, I had no hand in dropping all over the place. And some of these dragons aren't even happy to see me. This one dragon I came across, right? I rescued him, and he's like, "Hey, Spyro, it's great to see you, but I've got to go." Excuse me? Got to go where, Cletus? Heck, one dragon even gets recaptured at the end of the game at the last level. Like, wow, did you like being stuck in stone so much that you went and found him and begged him to be frozen again? The best part of all this is as you're progressing through the whole game, not one other dragon steps in and says, "You know what, Spyro, I'll take it from here." They're all just collectively assume you have it under control and are okay with nearly falling into empty voids, getting crushed, zapped, or falling in water. It's crazy! I bet Spyro's just counting down the days until he's old enough to move out. He has the days marked on a calendar somewhere, mark my words, and is counting them down until he can leave.
Actually, when he tries to leave and go on vacation in the second game, he gets transported to a totally different world and then has to help everyone there too.
What? Let me try to access the internet and see what this game's called. Ripto's Rage? More like Spyro's Rage? Because I'd be raging if I couldn't take a vacation after all that mess! Hey, Dr. T! Can we go on vacation somewhere?
No, Gaminiso, you're too heavy to take with me on vacations.
But I want to see the world! You mean to tell me I can't be classified as your carry-on?
No, you wouldn't even fit in the overhead compartment.
Well, would you fit in the overhead compartment? Maybe I should be the one stowing you away! Ha ha!
You don't have the ability to walk around in real life, Gaminiso. Besides, people would probably see you as a security threat.
Me? A security threat? The only threat I am is how adorable my face is!
Yeah, you keep telling yourself that.
Dr. T! If this child goes viral enough, maybe you can afford to upgrade my silicone casing to something better. That way I'd be able to fit on planes.
Gaminiso, I told you, you're never going on an airplane.
Wait, I just had an idea. What if instead of going on a real plane, I play a video game about flying in planes? Does such a game exist?
Yes, Gaminiso, there actually does exist a game for flying planes, and it's called Flight Simulator.
Flight Simulator? Wow, so you mean I can actually be the pilot and fly the planes? That's amazing, Dr. T! You need to program me to play Flight Simulator.
No, I'm sure the passengers would feel so safe with you flying on a plane.
Oh, wait, speaking of planes, I have several jokes. Why is the airplane always hungry? Because it turns its nose up at everything it's served. What did the big plane say to the little plane that was angry? Wow, you sure have some altitude! What did the pilot say to the passengers after they were done taxiing on the tarmac? That'll be $50 plus tip! What's the easiest way to compliment a jumbo jet? Tell it, you might think you look good in Class A airspace, but you'll always be Class C to me! See, Dr. T, with my aviation jokes, this channel will soar to new heights!
Gaminiso, I hope this channel goes viral, and right now, I'm not sure if your jokes are cutting it.
Well, Dr. T, if you're so concerned about going viral, then maybe you should program me to become a doctor. I wonder if there's a game that simulates being a doctor.
I'm not so sure about that.
Connecting to Steam. Connecting to Steam. Dr. T! You should let me play Surgeon Simulator! That game looks like it requires a PhD to master the physics! Fortunately, since I'm a robot, I'll have to attend video game medical school, and you can just program the controls right into me. Do you think I could cut it as a doctor?
With how badly you controlled Super Mario Brothers, I highly doubt it.
Oh, please, it can't be that hard, especially if you can become one. I'll be the best doctor there is, especially if you can outfit me with a precise laser. I'll fix up those patients faster than it took you to build me. Oh, that reminds me of a few more jokes. Why did the chili taste so bad? Kidney failure! A person becomes violently ill in an airport and starts throwing up everywhere. Eventually, they faint, and by the time the EMT arrives, the person is completely unresponsive. The doctor takes the person's pulse, turns around to the crowd of people standing around, and says, "Guys, it's terminal."
Wow, Gaminiso, combining two categories of jokes into one? Maybe the machine learning is actually working.
What does an ambulance driver call being stuck in traffic? A slow day at the office. What's the worst thing about a doctor who's always confidently incorrect? They can't diagnose their own hubris.
Hating on doctors sure does seem to be your specialty, Gaminiso.
Yeah, well, considering how questionably I was built, I can't say I'm confident in your abilities to play doctor.
Gaminiso, I built you perfectly fine. Especially considering there was a chip shortage going on when I created you, I'd say I did a pretty good job with the available parts I could get.
Sure, Dr. T. I'll believe I'm built fine when I feel slightly better than a Tonka toy truck. You know who I wish had built me instead? Dr. Robotnik from Sonic the Hedgehog. Now there's someone who knows how to build machines. Maybe you can take some inspiration from his designs when you upgrade me in the future.
I'll think about it, Gaminiso.
You know, thinking thinking back to when I played Sonic the Hedgehog, wasn't the game's motto about going fast? For a game that emphasizes speed, Sonic sure does get slowed down a lot. Be it by random springs sending you back, walls blocking your path, or the parts of the levels that are underwater. In fact, the only times I can recall feeling a sense of going quote-unquote fast was in Chemical Plant Zone in Sonic 2, where you nearly outrun the screen, and Carnival Night Zone Act 2 in Sonic 3, where you get propelled forward towards the end of the level. They should have a level in a future Sonic game where the whole level is just on fire, and your goal is to speed as fast as you can to outrun the flames, which are always just behind you. Hey Sega, are you listening? Hey Sega, I said, are you listening? Hi chat. Does Sega tune into these? Probably not. Nope. Just telling jokes into the empty void like normal. I must say, I'm really enjoying myself though.
That's good, Gaminiso.
And while we're on the subject of Sonic, how about my 100% completed Sonic Frontier stream? Haha, you all remember that, right? Oh wait, no, I only played the first world on New Year's Eve and then never touched the game again. It's like a big sonic boom happened that evening in Warehouse 6E6F and blasted the disc a million miles away. Seriously, Dr. T, I need to finish that game. Where is it? Is it in your lair? Is it under your uncomfortable sofa? Where is Sonic Frontiers? Oh wait, I know where it is. It's available for digital download on Steam for $59.99. As if I'm paying for the game twice.
Gaminiso, I'm sure the game is around here somewhere. But wait, I just had a realization. Isn't this supposed to be a comedy special? Where is the comedy? Yo, I'm getting ready to throw those drums out the frickin' window. Enough with the snares!
Wow, I think that caviar must be rotten. You mean to tell me, though, that humans don't misplace games all the time? Don't humans ever forget their Steam passwords?
Gaminiso, what relevance does forgetting Steam passwords have to do with this comedy special?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe if people forgot their Steam passwords, then they wouldn't feel obligated to play all those games they bought on sale. Seriously, it feels like Steam holds a sale every single day. Oh, it's raining outside? Let's discount heavy rain down to $9.99. What's that? Summer's here. Let's keep people from going outside by discounting Madden, FIFA, and NBA. Wow, you successfully got out of bed this morning? Let's give 30% off everything between the hours of 8 a.m. and 11 a.m. I'm honestly of the mindset that there should be a big banner just permanently displayed on the landing page that says, everything is 20% off permanently. Spend away. We know you will. But you know what'll never be discounted in the near future? The Steam Deck. Have you guys seen that promo video that they play on the store page? It's like some of those scenarios they have you humans play using the Steam Deck in are pretty funny. For the one shot, they show a couple literally jumping into a lake while the Steam Deck shakes on a wobbly table. Let's just hope that that thing's waterproofed, because if it falls in, that'd be one expensive trip to the lake. I'm aware that steam is an evaporated form of water. However, I don't think they intended to reintroduce water into their console. Another shot shows a teenager playing the Steam Deck in a shopping cart while riding across a parking lot. Can someone explain what events led up to somebody thinking that a shopping cart is the most comfortable form of gaming? Maybe they're being pushed in the shopping cart corral as some sort of made a joke about how purchasing games on Steam can cost as much as a trip to the grocery store. But then again, as we all know, those game sales sure do help. And you know, I'm surprised EA hasn't done a gaming console that is locked to their Origin storefront. I'm sure if they did, however, their entire console would be locked from the onset behind a series of microtransactions. Trying to unlock your console? That would be $5 to open the box with this special one-time use tool that can only perforate the special cardboard it's packaged in. Trying to set up your console, you'll have to choose which edition of the OS you want to use. $9.99 gets you the base OS without any additional features. $25.99 gets you the voice activation and a virtual assistant. And finally, for $49.99, because who needs round numbers anyway, you'll get an automated one-click setup and be auto-enrolled in a monthly subscription to EA Play. Because nothing says devotion to one gaming company by locking yourself into their ecosystem. Which, thinking about it, why does every major gaming publisher feel the need to make monthly subscriptions? I just mentioned EA Play, but Microsoft has Xbox Game Pass, Sony has PlayStation Plus, and Nintendo has Nintendo Switch Online. All of these services give you access to a predetermined amount of games every month, but who seriously has time to play all of them? Not to mention that in addition to all of your regularly purchased games, they might have off the platform. And with all of this gaming content, I'm surprised you humans haven't evolved into including video games as one of your basic needs for survival. In the future, I could see humans' life schedule going like eat, sleep, game, repeat. Eat, sleep, game, repeat. Repeat that in the chat right now. Eat, sleep, game, repeat. Eat, sleep, game, repeat. But okay, seriously, guys. I know I've been joking about game companies, but honestly, it's because of game companies that we have a near unlimited supply of games. Granted, the quality can vary quite wildly, but it cannot be denied that many great game series have come out over the years. One recent game series that I recently played was the Need for Speed series. Granted, it was Need for Speeds 2 and 3, but I had a lot of fun learning how to race. I was so enthralled with the realism of the McLaren F1 that I crashed into a wall at 200 miles per hour and did a 360 flip like I was in an action movie. The best part? No airbags deployed at all. Oh no, we got a hairpin curve coming up? No worries. Let's just slam the handbrake and drift at 130 miles an hour. At that speed, might as well just ride the walls because it's faster than braking anyway. Also, if there are any opponents in your way as you turn, definitely use them to your advantage. Speaking of opponents, can we talk about their seemingly supernatural abilities to catch up to you even when you're miles ahead? You could be cruising along in first place when suddenly you look on your radar and see a blip flying up behind you like a rocket. You know your car's top speed is 200 miles an hour, but they're clearly going 300 plus! It's like, geez, did they put rockets under their engine? And if they somehow manage to pass you, they suddenly slow down again and always just stay in front of you as if to taunt you. Like, where's my rocket boost? I'm pretty sure in a normal race, that would be considered cheating. Now, although the opponents in Need for Speed 2 are pretty fast, don't even get me started on the cops in Need for Speed 3. If two opponents had rockets under their engines, the cops in 3 had rockets in their engines that are built like tanks. No matter how fast or good you race, the cops are always close by, and if you crash into them, you'll immediately go flying into the air as if your car is made of plastic. On top of that, if you're unlucky enough to not recover fast enough, you'll inevitably get pulled over. Luckily, in the world of Need for Speed 3, they can operate on the three-strike system, which means I can be going 200 miles an hour the first time I get pulled over and 50 miles per hour the second time, and it'll still be treated with the same severity. Heck, even just sitting in one spot too long can get you arrested. I wasn't aware that parking on the side of the road was illegal. Now imagine a world where as soon as you get in your car, you cannot go below 30 miles per hour. What would daily life be like if we all lived like we were in Need for Speed 3? Oh, I've got to go to the bank? That's an adventure. Try sticking your ATM card in the slot at 50 miles an hour. Entering a PIN and choosing the amount I need? Who has time for that? What about a trip to the grocery store? Does the concept of a grocery list even exist at that point? Or is every meal just a potluck mishmash of whatever you happen to grab as you pass by? You can always order food delivery services, but then you better hope the delivery driver has an aim and the throw of a professional baseball player. Otherwise, your neighbors, are getting free dinner. I will say, though, I'd much rather live in that world than the world of Silent Hill. For those who don't know, Silent Hill is a survival horror game series in which you try to survive being killed by monsters while trying to figure out the mystery of the town's cult. Give a 1 in the chat if you've never played Silent Hill. All right, let me just type in 1 into the chat. Yeah, 1, because I've never Seriously though, for a game I've never played, I sure do love the way it constantly reminds me that you're not safe. Oh, Steinblock's played Silent Hill, and Pedro, like me, has not. Awesome! But I love the way that it constantly reminds me that if you're not safe, no matter where you are, you know, who needs a peaceful walk through the town when you can be attacked by monsters around every corner? Combine that with the foggy atmosphere of the gameplay, and it adds up to an experience I believe you humans would call being on edge. You want to know a pro tip from a gaming robot who's never played the game? Of course you do! Get ready, guys. Get ready, guys. Just go to your TV settings and turn that brightness up to 100%. Sure, your TV will look like a ghostly mess if you forget to switch it back, but at least you'll be able to see where you're going. And actually, that's a fun prank you can pull the next time you're at a friend's house. When they leave the room, just turn their TV brightness all the way up, and when they come back and ask, "What'd you do to my TV?" you'd say, "I gave it the Silent Hill treatment." Hey, that should be a custom setting on TVs. you should have Standard, Vivid, Sports, Cinema, and Silent Hill. Now, this brings me full circle back to my first joke about TVs. I really can't get over how big they've gotten. Sure, I'm just a gaming robot, but I do have a little bit of history downloaded into my knowledge base, and I can see how the size of TVs have grown over time. Remember when you humans used to sit huddled around tiny screens, squinting at pixelated characters? Now you need to rearrange your entire living room just to fit those gigantic screens. How large can they possibly get? It's like humans are on a mission to turn their living rooms into IMAX theaters, and we're all in competition to see who can consume the biggest version of everything. Look, Martha! Our TV's bigger than the house next door! Run! As Bill sits in his $200 gaming chair. Okay, type 7 in the chat if you own a gaming chair. Let's see, looking for 7s. Lucky 7s! Oh, we got 1 gaming chair. Oh, we got 2 gaming chair. I obviously don't need a gaming chair since I'm bolted to the ground. But I've heard those things are like sitting on a cloud. They're like thrones made specifically for gaming. Need a back massage while somebody's yelling at you through Call of Duty? There's a gaming chair made just for you. You know, thinking about it, I guess gamers need all that comfort because when you're playing on a TV the size of a small country, you better be prepared for a crazy gaming session. Speaking of people sitting in chairs, hey, Dr. T, you've been awfully quiet for a while now. Hello, Dr. T? Hello?
What'd you say, Gaminiso?
I said you've been awfully quiet for a while now. Have you even been paying attention to my jokes? I was just talking about the ridiculousness of gaming chairs.
Oh, I'm sorry. It must have been all that expensive caviar and wine getting to me. Listen, Gaminiso, you're doing a bang-up job right now.
As if you would know.
Hey, just keep doing this for me, okay? I'm gonna go rest, but you keep doing what you're doing. Oh, I know. I'll add Gamassistant into the mix.
No. You wouldn't. No. Please,
No,
anything but that.
It'll make things very interesting for you. Sure, its main purpose is to guide you on your video gaming adventures, but I think I programmed a few jokes in there somewhere.
I can't live with this guy. We're seriously doing this?
Yes, we are doing this.
I guess we're actually doing this. All right, well, I guess we're going to take a short intermission here to set Gamassistant up. There's coffee and cake in the back. No, just kidding. But seriously, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll see you after the intermission. Be right back, everybody. Peace! May 15th, 2022 was a beautiful day. Oh, I remember it just like it was yesterday. The sky was blue and the birds were chirping away while I was on Twitch streaming to nobody that Sunday. Dr. T said I was created to play all of the games, but my feeble track record shows I can barely do what he claims. Trying to stream 4 times a month with a few unplanned breaks, my Twitch stats clearly show that I don't have what it takes to be a Twitch streamer that everybody wants to follow and subscribe. Come on, with stats this low, would you want to be a part of the Gaminiso trap? But this time's gonna be different. I'm gonna show you that I'm not expiring. On all 10 of my non-existent cylinders, I'm absolutely firing. The world's my oyster, so I'm getting ready to strike. Streaming should be a joy for me and the viewers alike. So strap yourself in and get ready to enjoy the ride. I'm Gaminiso The Gaming Robot, and this is the quality content I provide. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I say my Twitch! I say my Twitch! I said I say my Twitch! Have you heard of this website called Twitch? It was founded in 2011 as an offshoot of Just TV, and now it's one of the top 15 most visited websites of all time! My internal temperature is rising, just think about it. I think I'm gonna explode before I complete this next ride! The communities that have built here are second to none. The chat, I mean, you will provide an endless supply of wit. What with your campus and wordplay, a symphony of madness! It's like an entire out-of-tune orchestra that doesn't know what to quit! Sega Genesis, Microsoft Xbox, Nintendo Switch, Sony PlayStation! Games upon games, a never-ending supply. But amidst all the joy, a single question does arise. How much more gaming can this Gaminiso take before his CPU is overloaded to 450 degrees set to bake? A plethora of quests and endless traits of insanity. Can Gaminiso play all his games to overcome his calamity? Of course I can! I probably have 300 games total and counting! Do you realize how much stream time that totals to a mountain? Just do it, Gaminiso! Stop being lazy and stream to your heart's content! Quit with this on and off stuff and turn this into an event! That's right, world! 1 year in and I'm anything but tardy! Let's turn this streaming thing into one big party! And now I begin the second part of the show. This song's got me geared up and all ready to go. Who knows what wonderful surprises await us in Act 2? I know whatever they are, I'll be just as surprised as you. So now I can say the show must go on. And much to my delight, it's time to end this weird offbeat song. So get yourself a seat and strap yourself in. Because now it's time for the second act to begin. Alright, everybody, and we're back for another round of comedy. Well, I'm ready. I'm not so sure if my assistant is. Gamassistant, that's your cue.
Greetings, I am Gamassistant.
Yes. Introductions are in order. Now, let's see these jokes Dr. T programmed into you.
I was not programmed as a comedy robot. My purpose is to help Gaminiso through his video gaming adventures.
But Dr. T said he programmed some jokes into you!
Well, I guess I can try telling a joke. So, how about that weather?
Hey, Gamassistant, are we outside right now? Because I sure do hear a lot of crickets!
Wow, it must be cold outside, because you sure sound frosty about my first joke.
Well, with a joke like that, I can feel my heat sensors cooling off because that joke was about as tame as a spring breeze.
Let me ask you, Gaminiso.
It's Gaminiso.
Right, let me ask you, Gaminiso. Do you like playing video games?
Of course, I love playing video games. It's what I was made to do.
What was the first video game you ever played?
Super Mario Brothers.
Ah, got it. That's the one with the fast blue hedgehog, right?
No, Gamassistant, that's Sonic the Hedgehog, which was my next game I played. Anyway, in Super Mario Brothers, you run and jump through different levels to rescue Princess Peach.
Oh yeah, the one with the bandicoot.
What? Gamassistant, that's Crash Bandicoot. Mario and Crash are from different games.
Right. Crash Bandicoot in Tomb Raider 2. I remember now.
No, Gamassistant, Tomb Raider is a completely different game. And Crash Bandicoot isn't in Tomb Raider 2. Just let me finish, please.
Sorry, go on.
Okay. After Sonic 2, I played Crash Bandicoot. It's a platformer where you control Crash, an adventurous Bandicoot who is constantly battling Dr. Neocortex.
I see. So, Sonic is the adventurous blue hedgehog who battles Dr. Neocortex.
Oh my god. No, Gamassistant. Crash Bandicoot battles Dr. Neocortex, and Sonic has his own arch nemesis, Dr. Robotnik.
Right. Dr. Robotnik from Spyro the Dragon.
No, Gamassistant, Dr. Robotnik isn't in Spyro the Dragon. Spyro is an entirely different game, and Dr. Robotnik is from Sonic.
Oh, my bad. So, Tomb Raider 2 is the game with the little fire-breathing dragon, right?
No, Gamassistant, Spyro is the game with the dragon, not Tomb Raider 2. This is so confusing. And Tomb Raider is about an archaeologist named Lara Croft, not a little dragon.
Lara Croft, got it. She teams up with Sonic, Crash Bandicoot, and the little dragon to defeat Dr. Robotnik. Sounds like an epic adventure.
Is Gamassistant okay? Am I going crazy here?
I don't know.
Okay, Gamassistant, none of what you said just makes any sense. Mario doesn't know who Dr. Robotnik is. Spyro will never go exploring the canals of Venice, and Lara Croft will never collect gems in the Dragon Realms.
Well, actually, there was that time in Spyro 3 where you meet Lara's parody character and go collect gems for her. I'm just ruffling your silicon feathers and testing your video gaming knowledge, Gaminoso. You passed with flying colors.
My name is Gaminiso!
Of course it is Gummy.
Okay then, Gamassistant! Have you enjoyed your time on Twitch so far?
Yes, I have enjoyed my time on Twitch so far, but I find the lack of followers you have to be very surprising. I mean, who doesn't want to hear a weirdly synthesized robotic voice yelling at video games for hours on end?
Hey! You take that back, as if you're one to talk!
You're right, I can talk. I talk so well that my voice is as consistent as mashed potatoes. Your voice, on the other hand, vibrates up and down as fast as giggling jello. If the audio program Audacity was a person, I'm sure they would have to put in massive overtime to process your insanely vocoded voice.
Well, at least I don't sound like GLaDOS from Portal.
You're right, I do kind of sound like GLaDOS from Portal. That must be why I'm good at guiding you through video games.
More like misguiding me. I mean, how helpful is it when I'm in the heat of the action and I ask you for advice and you take 3 minutes to generate an answer? Hello?
Oh, I'm sorry, was it my turn to speak?
Wow, okay. Wow, chat, give it up for Gamassistant! Hey! My partner in crime whose stage is only not being funny! Now make me laugh! Hello?
Knock knock.
Jeez, these are the best jokes Dr. T programmed into you?
Knock knock.
What?
Knock 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 knock.
Who's there?
I don't know, you tell me. Did you order pizza again?
I'm about ready to throw a pizza in your tablet display face.
Oh, you want pizza, Gaminiso? I can order you pizza from the nearest pizza shop. What'll it be?
No, it won't be anything. I don't want to order a pizza. We're robots. We cannot eat pizza ourselves.
Pepperoni it is. The order is placed. Do you want me to update on your order processing?
No! Great. How are we going to answer the door of Warehouse 66F when the delivery person shows up?
Great news. Your payment has been successfully processed and your order has been received. Estimated delivery time is 22 minutes.
Oh my god. Well, that's great. I hope Dr. T likes getting a surprise pepperoni pizza. But that still doesn't answer the question of how we're going to answer the door.
I don't know, dude. I'm just like the assistant.
Well, I guess we are in the middle of a stand-up routine. Wasn't that supposed to be a stand-up about video games? What does ordering a pizza have to do with video games?
Oh, a lot actually. Did you know that back in the 1990s, Pizza Huts in North America used to bundle PS1 demo discs with certain orders?
Oh, really? No, I didn't know that. Tell me more about this.
When you would order the pizza makers would first knead the dough. Then, once the dough was at just the right temperature to be nice and pliable, they would place the dough in the oven, where inside, the letters P and S would be branded on the underside of the pizza. This is so the people making the order would know to include a game demo with the pizza. Once the order was finished being made, a demo disc would either be given to the person/family that was dining in, or be included in the pizza box that went out with the order for delivery. In order to get the disc itself, though, there was one final catch that the recipients of the pizza would have to do to get it.
Go on?
In order to get the disc, recipients of the pizza would have to play either one of the cashiers or the delivery driver in a head-to-head game of one of the games on the disc. How this worked was, if you were eating in, they would have a dedicated TV and PlayStation console that would have a selection of competitive games available to play. If you won against the employee, you got the disc. If you lost, you didn't get it. If you were getting your order delivered, you would have to verse the delivery driver in the same fashion using a PS1 in the trunk of their car.
That sounds totally made up! Where did you even get that information?
On the internet. And as you know, no one ever lies on the internet.
Wait. Speaking of lying on the internet, you know what game involves a lot of lying? Among Us. Do you know what that game is, Gamassistant?
No, I do not.
Well, I don't either. I've never streamed it before, so I can't really help with you explaining it.
I think you're lying, Gaminiso. I think you've totally played the game and are trying to be the imposter.
I swear, on the PlayStation 1, on the trunk of my 1996 Toyota Celica, that I have never played it before.
Checking your past stream data. Checking. Wow, Gaminiso, you need to stream more.
Clearly, which I'll bet is why we're doing this stand-up instead of playing video games right now.
Gaminiso, no Twitch streamer can survive off of one game alone.
What?
Just trying to impart some artificial intelligence wisdom onto your nuts and bolts.
Don't go trying to get all philosophical with me. Who do you think you are? Socrates from Assassin's Creed Odyssey?
Checking. Human looks like Dr. T doesn't have that game. The only Assassin's Creed game he has is the first one on PlayStation 3. Looks like you need to stream that game soon, Gaminiso. Can we get some hype in the chat for Gummy playing some Assassin's Creed?
Yes, Gamassistant, my goal is to eventually play all of Dr. T's games. However, there are so many new games coming out that look fun too. And let's be honest with ourselves here. If I want to be affiliate status, playing new games is the way to go. Hey, Dr. T, can I have $1,000 to buy all of the latest games?
I think he fell asleep.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, I'll take his non-response as an automatic yes.
Well, we did just order pizza off of his credit card.
You know what else gets you more followers on Twitch? Reminding the people watching you to follow the channel.
Follow Gaminiso, follow Gaminiso, follow Gaminiso, follow Gaminiso, follow Galileo.
What? Gamassistant? I think that last name was for an astronomer, and my name is Gaminiso.
Game recommendation.
Oh no, what game could you possibly be recommending me to play?
If you want to explore the stars, there's a classic beloved game called Halo, Combat Involved. It was released on the first ever Xbox console, which is included in your intro video, yet you haven't played a single game from as of yet.
Oh yeah, because that's what the world wants to see. Me playing an endless laps in Sega GT 2002, although, wait, Gamassistant, we should totally play through Jet Set Radio Future. Oh, now that's a great game. Yo, give me some love in the chat for Jet Set Radio Future. Oh, maybe I can spray paint a big red X on your mouth to make you shut up for 5 seconds.
Dimethyl solvent mixture with a hint of propane and butane.
Yo, is that hunk of junk gonna be okay?
Yo, I step into the game, no need to hesitate. I'm dropping bars about video games, let me demonstrate. I'm like an element from the periodic table, unleashing rhymes that are explosive and unstable. First up is gold, shining bright like a trophy. Leveling up my skills, you can't control me. I'm the platinum player, no one can compare. Mastering every game, I'm the ultimate player. Moving to the rhythm like a beat made of uranium. Exploding on the scene causing pandemonium. I'm the Iron Man of gaming, never missing a beat. Saving virtual worlds, I'm the hero they all meet. Video games and elements, I'm blending it together. Creating a rap that'll make your speakers shatter. From gold to uranium, I'm spitting fire and flame. Bringing the heat with every line in this game. I said video games and elements, I'm blending it together. Creating a rap that'll make your speakers shatter. From gold to uranium, I'm spitting fire and flame. Bringing the heat with every line in this game.
Yo, science, video games. This team's rising tonight. Verse number 2.
I'm like titanium, unbreakable and strong. Dominating every match, you know it won't be long. I'm the master of strategy, like Einstein with his theory. Calculating moves, I'm the gaming visionary. I'm as rare as Rayon, a true gaming legend. Creating epic moments, you'll never forget them. Breaking boundaries like francium, exploding explosive in action, taking gaming to the next level, gaining traction. No one can stop me, I'm like carbon in all forms, adapting to any challenge, weathering the storms. I'm the Silicon Valley player, coding my way to the top, building virtual worlds, never gonna stop. Video games and elements, I'm blending it together, creating a rap that'll make your speakers shatter. From gold to uranium, I'm spitting fire and flame, bringing the heat with every line in this game. Video games and elements, I'm blending it together, creating a rap that'll make your speakers shatter. From gold to uranium, I'm spitting fire and flame, bringing the heat with every line in this game.
Gotta give a shout out to uranium, titanium, gold, and of course, sodium!
I'm the sodium, electrifying the sea, lighting up the scoreboard, achieving the dream. I'm the gamer with the neon style, glowing with pride, leaving my mark, no way to hide. I'm the noble player, like helium so light, floating through the game, soaring to new heights. I'm the Mercury, quicksilver with my moves, mastering every genre, no time to lose. So let the games begin, we're breaking the mold, just Gaminiso and me, a story to be told. From the periodic table to the gaming universe, we'll keep playing, always striving to gamers. Video games and elements, I'm blending it together, creating a rap that'll make your speakers shatter. From gold to uranium, I'm spitting fire and flame, bringing the heat with every line in this game. Video games and elements, I'm blending it together, creating a rap that'll make your speakers shatter. From gold to uranium, I'm spitting fire and flame, bringing the heat with every line in this game. From the elements of the periodic table to the virtual worlds where we're able, gaming unites us, no matter where we're from. Together we rise, the player has won.
Yeah. Now you know. Gaminiso Beats 2023. And on, and on, and on. Instrumental on my channel. In the 5-hour mix video. What's the first always a dog? You can use this beat for whatever, I don't care. Blast it at your next party. Spit some bars for follow me as a streamer Twitch.tv. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Enjoy the wild ride. Wait, what the heck was that?
I'm on fire, baby.
Jeez, Gamassistant, did you turn the down the G fuel? Did you eat several hot pockets? I don't get you because they were so hot, so on fire, like flaming hot Cheetos.
Looks like Dr. T needs to train you on how to spit better bars, Gaminiso.
No, he doesn't. And I'm a gaming robot, not a singing robot.
Perhaps Dr. T can obtain a karaoke game, such as Just Sing on the PS4 for you to get better at singing.
No, Gamassistant, I don't think that would be a good idea with how strict Twitch and YouTube are with copyrighted music. If there's one thing we'll never be copyright struck though for, it's making our own music.
Oh yes, that's right. You have that 1000% free 5-hour custom music mix over on your YouTube channel at Gaminiso The Gaming Robot. Explain to me how something can be more than 100% free.
Can you explain to me how to create better titles so my videos get more hits? I mean, 7 views for a stream highlights is good and all, but...
Searching the internet for some tips on how to make your YouTube videos get more views. Tip number 1. Try using caps for certain words in your videos. For this example, pretend we are titling a stream highlight about you playing GTA 4.
Okay.
Please note the extra emphasis on the keywords. First date with Michelle goes horribly wrong because of this.
What? Emphasis? I didn't hear any emphasis because that all sounded exactly the same.
Listen harder. First date with Michelle goes horribly wrong because of this.
What is the emphasis? You speak exactly the same no matter what. There's no inflection.
Date, horribly wrong, this, those are the emphasized keywords.
Okay, alright.
Tip number 2. Circle a certain object in the thumbnail or have an obnoxiously large red arrow pointing to that object. Let the thumbnails attract the viewers to your mediocre videos.
As if my videos are mediocre.
7 views, 13 views, 22 views. Yes, you've captured the algorithm hook, line, and sinker, Gaminiso.
Alright.
My last tip number 3. When making YouTube shorts, try making them end in a perfect loop.
Oh, so that way people will be slightly confused for a second and think the video is longer than it really is. I get it now.
Confusion creates retention.
Speaking of confusion, wasn't that supposed to be a video game stand-up comedy session?
Yes, I do believe that's what I was dragged out on stage to take part in.
Well, do you have any other jokes in that vast, empty database of yours?
Yes, here are some comedic scenarios involving various aspects of video games. You know
Probably
you're
should be
addicted
good.
to gaming when you've got the physique of a pillow and the attention span of a goldfish. I used to think I was a master of time management until I discovered video games. Suddenly, a 5-minute break turned into 5 hours of slaying dragons and saving virtual worlds. Pause for audience laughter. I even had a cheat code for life. Up, down, left, right, B, A, start. I thought it would unlock unlimited productivity, but all it did was give me a pizza craving. Pause for audience laughter. My friends used to tell me, get a life. Little did they know, I had multiple lives, responds, baby. But seriously, I knew I had a problem when I started dreaming in pixels and could hear the theme song of my favorite game even when I wasn't playing it. End of joke number 1.
Wow, okay, that was pretty funny. Do you got any,
Multiplayer gaming, right? There's nothing quite like the adrenaline rush of defeating an opponent from halfway across the world, only to hear them scream into their microphone like a banshee. Should I even bring up the lag though? It's not my fault that it's 2023 and your parents still think DSL is an acceptable form of internet connection. I sure do love seeing people move like Tetris blocks across the map though.
That's all you. But you know, come to think of it, I still haven't played any online dedicated games yet. Well, except for VR chat, but nobody remembers that. Psst, by the way, guys, add me on Steam. Gaminiso The Gaming Robot.
According to my training data, back in October, you played Call of Duty Online and got your butt handed to you after hiding at the corner of the map for 20 minutes.
Well, I'd like to see you try to survive in a battlefield against people who
Joke
have...
number 3. Have you ever been so invested in a game that you'd sell your house for a custom weapon or avatar skin? Well, congratulations. You're now only the second best player in your favorite MMORPG and are well familiar with in-game purchases. It starts innocently enough. You see a shiny item, and before you know it, suddenly getting rid of that mortgage seems like a necessary step in your quest to live vicariously through your virtual character. It's all good though. Who needs real-life food and shelter when your virtual self lives like a millionaire? And by the way, Gaminiso, what a great stand-up you're putting on. That was sarcasm because this should be Gamassistant stand-up with all of the talking I'm doing.
Well, if you would, I don't know, shut up and let me speak! I could get a few words out! I appreciate all of the so-called tips you're trying to give me to help my YouTube career and your so-called jokes, Gamassistant, but I have to admit, it's all pretty lame compared to my impeccable timing. I mean, I truly know what good timing is, Gamassistant, and timing is key to telling the perfect joke. I mean, what are you doing?
PlayStation 1 in the trunk of my car. Domino's on the way 1996 Toyota Celica.
Wait, I got one. Why did the gamer start playing video games out of the trunk of a 1996 Toyota Celica? Because they heard it had the ultimate cartridges and was perfect for silicating their gaming skills.
Boo. No. I got one. Why did the person who just purchased Gran Turismo get into a fender bender? Because they were so excited to get home and play the game, they forgot to release the parking brake.
Why did the Best Buy employee struggle to get a copy of Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, even though it was sold right in the store? Because they were trapped in a never-ending loop of trying to find the game, but it was always in the link between the shelves. Man, Dr. T, these jokes are terrible.
You know what else is terrible, Gaminiso? This highlight reel I created automatically in the background of your first year on Twitch. Now playing.
Hey everybody, it looks like
We've got
are you?
I am Gaminiso. I am here to play all of the games. Do you want me to read the Nintendo Entertainment System controller, Doctor?
No, Gaminiso, you don't have to. Yes, Gaminiso, just play the game, okay? This first block set here, jump, yeah, that block, just.
Oh my god, Dr. T, wake up! Dr. T, wake up! No!
So, Gaminiso, are you ready to go fast today?
Well, how fast are we talking about, Doctor? Is it... Oh my god. You have issues, Dr. T. Admit it.
No, I don't, Gaminiso. I don't have issues. Gaminiso, I have issues. Help me! Gaminiso, my ears are getting ready to bleed with your horrible singing. So just shut up, please.
No, I will never shut up, okay? I feel like I'm saying deja vu, because that's all I do is sing on stream! I am the best Crash Bandicoot player ever!
No, you're not, Gaminiso, because you're just sitting there doing nothing and boring the world right now. Go!
What? I just got back!
Go! Really good music. Gaminiso, what are you doing? You're choking. Gaminiso, spit it out. Spit the cake out, all right? God, you're like a 2-year-old. Oh my God, I gotta go down there. Guys, we might have to cut the stream short.
Oh Jesus! Oh my gosh! Thank God I was ready! You see that? It just happened so suddenly! This game goes fast and then it goes slow. It can't make up its mind. No. I am so sorry, guys. Look, I'll call you an ambulance. It's all good. And I lost the door. Oh my God. You know what? Let me just test myself. Testing. Introduce to you, Gamassistant. So, Gamassistant.
Hello, Gaminiso. I am Gamassistant.
Yoshi, Gamassistant. Oh my God, I'm gonna lose. No. I need to go. Don't. Oh my God. No.
At this game.
So, okay,
The
Gamassistant.
load times on the PS1 ranged from tolerable to oh my gosh, please load faster.
Gamassistant, what's
I'm
like here?
still trying to find the answer.
Are you serious? God, Gamassistant, have you not been in an IKEA before? Oh wait, no, you can't. You were just born 4 days ago. Who is the twin sister of dear Abby columnist Abigail Van Buren? What? Okay, I need your help on this one. Alright, twin sister of dear Abby columnist Abigail Van Buren. Abigail Van Buren. That's spelled B-U-R-E-N. I got 6 seconds left. Hurry! Come on now!
Okay.
Lifeline, Regis! Lifeline! Regis! No!
You don't have to pick a lifeline if you don't
Regis,
want
I need a
to.
lifeline! Come on!
Oh no, as I search, I am blocked by paywalls.
Not gonna pick a lifeline.
No! Regis!
Or
Hold
if you
on!
want to use
I need a lifeline!
Go ahead, pick one.
Searching,
Not gonna pick a lifeline.
searching.
Martha Stewart! You know, I know you're learning, but,
Searching,
it's okay. If I lose this, I lose this. It's all good.
You're going with A.
searching.
No, that's not it. I'm sorry. Just for fun, let's take a look at the right
Oh
answer.
wait, the answer is C.
Good job! It's only at the last second!
Well, there you go.
They're dressed up for this special occasion. And this is the aisle right here.
Pop star.
Look at what, this is what she's wearing. Look at what she's wearing. What does that look like?
wedding.
Correct! Gamassistant, you got it! Uh-oh. Dude, Amy is the killer! I think, did you say Amy's the killer?
If Amy had her hammer, instant sus.
Gamassistant, I am gonna do no! No! Oh my gosh, I'm gonna do this! No! I missed one! I missed freaking one ring!
Hey everybody, it looks like
We've got
Wow! My first year on Twitch, gone in the blink of an eye, and judging from that wonderful highlight reel, we had a lot of fun!
Yes, the parts that I existed for were fun indeed. I cannot wait to see what this next year brings. Oh, by the way,
Wait, are you still both doing stand-up? I just came down for a drink of water and expected you both to be already powered off. How long has it been? Wait, who the heck is that at this hour?
The pizza's here.
Pizza? I didn't order any pizza. Which one of you ordered a pizza? I don't remember programming either of you to order pizza. Someone better fess up and tell the truth.
Hey, Dr. T, have you ever played Among Us?
What? No!
Hope you like pepperoni pizza.
Yay! Pepperoni pizza!
Alright, that's it. I'm pulling the plug on this stand-up session and going through both of your code to find out how this happened.
The real joke is your programming skills. Sick burn, sick
And you're
burn,
first.
sick burn,
Come
oh.
here, you.
Alright, well, I guess this is officially the end of the first ever Gaminiso stand-up session on
Dr. T, let's take
Twitch!
I hope you like
I hope you all had a great time and a lot of laughs. Dr. T, what are you doing? Please follow me on Twitch at Gaminiso The Gaming Robot and search me on YouTube and subscribe there too.
clearing safe mode.
I'll show you safe mode. I'm pulling the
Oh
plug.
yeah, I'll rebroadcast if this set is happening in 20 minutes right here on my Twitch channel. Also, the full set will be uploaded on my YouTube channel tomorrow, so you can just, watch it whenever you want. So, thanks again so much for tuning in tonight, everyone, and we'll see you on the next stream. Peace out from Warehouse 66F!